Hey, welcome to Lakeside Tarot. My name is Tara. Thank you for joining me for today's reading. This reading is going to be for the collective. It may or may not resonate with you. Please use your own discernment to decide what is and what is not for you. Today is Sunday, April 13th. All right, let's hop right in and see what's going on. I've got a lot of romance cards out, so we're going to try to pull on what's going on in the energy romantically for the collective right now, okay? First card out is trust. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. Okay. We've got tested. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. Let's get one more. We've got let go. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. Bottom of the deck here is obstacles. Look for ways around the obstacles to find happiness. All right, so for some of you, if you're currently connecting with somebody, there's been some tests here. What I'm getting so far is that this has a lot to do with your strengths and weaknesses as individuals and the way that you approach relationships, okay? Both of you may have trust issues, one or the other, or both of you may have trust issues stemming from something that happened in your past. Okay, you could have been married in the past, this person could have been married in the past. So this is not about, there's like an understanding here about what it takes to be committed. This is two people who are very well aware of what commitment is. Okay. But there was some kind of breach of trust in a past commitment. All right, whenever that happened, you may have learned a lot from your situation in the past, and your person may have learned a lot from their situation in the past. And both of you went internally to kind of take stock of what happened and what you want going forward. Okay. So this is two people who know what they want going forward, but it's a matter of, are you ready to take that step? Have you done the healing work? Are you ready to let your guard down, to be vulnerable again? You guys are being tested on those things. The reason why this is happening is so that you can become self-aware, both of you, of what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, so that you can work on yourself, on your weaknesses, and you can also embrace yourself with your strengths. There's shadow work that's being done. Okay, so it's like this is a relationship that's meant to come together, but not on your time or on their time. There's something here about not trying to control the situation. Right, there may be something attached to something to do with your shadow that has something to do with control, wanting to control something. You may be afraid that if you do something wrong or don't do something in time, or if you hesitate or you move too fast or something like that, that it's gonna like, it's almost like this is a relationship that is on an orbit and it's coming together. It's stably on this orbit, but you're afraid that if you make the wrong move, it's going to boom, knock it off orbit, and it's just going to be gone. Okay, let go of that. You've got to let go of trying to control. Not necessarily control the other person or control it's the timing thing is what I'm getting. It says sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. You and this person both want to be together. All right? So and you're both working on trying to come up with solutions to make this work regardless of the fact that there's still work that needs to be done before the two of you can come into union. We've got wealthy man, message of concern. Bottom of the deck here is family room. Let me get a clarifier for this. Wow, family and family room. So there's something to do with, we got ex-lover here at the bottom of the deck. This masculine here may have shared a family and a home with, they could also share kids with somebody who betrayed them in the past. What happened here? Hurting, agonizing pain. Single parent. We got hookup, one night stand. Someone may have cheated on this person. They could have cheated on somebody who, or they could have, this person could have been in a marriage with or a long-term commitment with. They definitely shared a home with some. This was like an established family here that this person had with someone. And they may have stepped out, the other person may have stepped out on their marriage with somebody who was single, someone who could have been like a single parent. So, in other words, this person, I had said when I first started the reading that there was trust issues here because of some sort of betrayal in the past. Okay, it's come up a lot in the readings about the collective and the collective's past and the betrayals that happen. It doesn't come up so often about the masculine. This is somebody who wants to be vulnerable with you. They want you to know what they've been through in the past. They trust you. They do trust you. But if this has been a slow moving connection, it's because they were betrayed in the past. And whatever happened hurt them very deeply. Okay? But I think the reason why, the collective's karmic or karmic people love coming up in the readings, right? They have no problem with their energy just blasting through the readings. But this masculine here that you may be connecting with, or I don't know where you're at in your connection with this person, but their energy doesn't come up all that often. And when it does come up, it certainly doesn't come up as vulnerable as it's coming up in this reading. This is like very much letting walls down. This person could be very guarded when it comes to love. We've got mature man. Change. So we got family room again at the bottom of the deck to clarify this. This person is somebody who, and you may or may not want to hear this, but this is somebody who had intentions on being with the person that they were with in their past forever. Something happened, devastating. This is somebody who's afraid of change. Okay, so this would be one of their weaknesses, is being open to change. It took a lot for this person to leave the situation that they were in the past. They were very established and comfortable until they were betrayed. Okay. We've got adjudication. I got goosebumps everywhere, like all up and down my arms. There's something here where this person, like, it took so much. If this person had to file for divorce, or if they weren't married but they had to leave this long-term relationship behind, it doing that built their strength. Okay, it's like they knew that it was the right thing to do to leave this relationship behind because of the way that they were betrayed. This is not somebody who, even though they wanted to be in this relationship or this marriage forever, once whatever happened, they knew that, like, hey, I'm terrified of change. This is what I saw my life being like forever, but I don't feel like it's the right thing. They let me see here. Yeah. They wanted, this is somebody, okay, so this is the wealthy man. So this is like an emperor. Not like an emperor. This is an emperor. This is an emperor. This is somebody who was married, or certainly in a long-term relationship. I'm getting marriage here. Marriage and divorce is what I'm getting off of this. This person, despite the fact that they didn't want change, they knew that their match was an empress. Okay? The person that they were with, because they stepped out on this marriage or stepped out on this long-term relationship and breached the trust, this emperor knew this is not my person. You know, even though I thought that this was my person, it's not my person. I know that my match is somebody who would never do something like this to me. Okay? So it's like they really had to fight through what they thought their life was going to be, and understanding their worth and what it is that they deserve, and making a very hard decision to walk away from a relationship in the past. And this is something that you probably can relate to, okay? Because it comes up so much about how the collective had someone in their past that they thought was their forever person, right? And then they were betrayed heavily by this person. It's like both of you went through something very similar, and you may even be able to relate to this person's struggle with not wanting to change, being in a comfort zone, having an idea of what life was going to look like, trying to struggle with your self-worth, or understanding that my person here, you know, same thing. So flip the script here. You're an empress. You were betrayed by somebody in your past, and you're like, this is not my damn person. I thought this was my person, but clearly it's not my person, because they wouldn't have betrayed me the way that they did. Same thing here. Very similar. The two of you may have very similar strengths and weaknesses here. We've got coffin and concern. House. Both of you have a fear of committing again and there being a loss of security. These are two highly evolved, very committed and traditional people. Okay, once you commit to something as far as a relationship goes, in your head, this is forever. Like, you're not the type of person, and this is not the type of person that's on dating sites, you know, just dating for fun or hooking up with people because just to fill a void or something like that. Like, you're two people who are very serious about what you commit to because you work hard on yourself. You're secure within yourself. And same with this person. This is an emperor and an empress that have been gifted each other. But because of the things that you've been through in your past, it's made it difficult for you both to embrace what you're being gifted. Okay? So anyways, this is not insurmountable by any means. If anything, both of you making the decision to walk away from something in your past that was not for you, although you may have felt that it was for you, open the door for the two of you to come together. If you would have stayed in this past karmic relationship, or if this person would have stayed in this past karmic relationship, this gift would have never come in. You would have never been gifted each other. And you're both aware. You're both aware. Very much on the same frequency. Okay? And very much willing to work through your insecurities in order to bring this union together. We've got remarkable here at the bottom of the deck. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships. Feelings. Take time out to explore the deep emotions you are experiencing. 1111. 1111 is an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. So for some of you, this could be a twin flame situation. All right, let's keep going. We've got divine timing again, a serendipitous event. Friendly support. Fairies, guides, and friends give aid. And then we've got benefit of the doubt. Give your relationship a chance. And bottom of the deck is quality time. Be the witness to each other's lives. So currently, right now, you could just be friends with this person. But there's definitely more to this connection. The both of you want to embrace each other. You want that moment where the two of you can just like fall into each other's arms. You may have a lot of options right now, okay? You could be surrounded by masculine energies who are kind of like wanting to wait on you hand and foot. If that's the case, this masculine's aware of that. They trust you. They trust that you're not entertaining every masculine energy that approaches you. Okay. They may kind of watch you, keep an eye on you, observe, not in like a creepy, like, not in a creepy way, just kind of maybe because of what they've been through in the past, like just observing how you are with masculine energies that might be interested in you. It may trigger their insecurities a little bit because of what happened to them in the past, okay? They want to spend more time with you. They could be making an effort to spend more time with you. We've got forgive and release. You are stronger when you carry love and forgiveness rather than anger. Love your shadow. Accept and work with the flaws in yourself so you can learn to accept others as they are. Okay? So this is all about both of you letting go of anger and resentment from past relationships, ways that you were done wrong. Okay? Neither of you can carry that anger into this relationship. Okay, there's nothing worse than um, embracing love and then having to listen to someone talk about their ex all the time, right? Like that would not be a fun situation to be in. It would take away from a healthy relationship. So it's almost like you guys have to work out that energy before this comes together. And we talked a lot about that yesterday, about the emotional release. It's not just on your end, it's on this person's end too. They've been through something very similar to you. And they may have resentments and anger towards the person that betrayed them. Okay, but that has to be released. And that's happening. That release is what's happening now. And I do think it's going to be happening in conjunction with this relationship coming together. Free yourself. You don't need to be in control of everything for a love relationship to be successful. Difficulties, jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. Bottom of the deck, leave your fears behind. They're stopping this relationship from blossoming. So, this could be a challenge for both of you. Is here, I'll hold these cards up because so you can see them. This person knows that you're like that other men or women, whatever the situation is for you, masculine energies want you. Okay, they may know that like when the two of you come together that people are going to be a little bit envious because other masculine energies low key want you. They want your attention. They want to wait on you hand and foot, and you don't want them. You want this masculine. They may have some kind of fear of other masculine energies like oh, okay. So they're afraid that it's like they kind of have a fear of you being friends with other masculine energies. They're afraid that if you're friendly with, they're not wanting to control you as in like tell you that you can't be friends with other masculine energies, but it's like while this relationship is unfolding, because the both of you are allowing it to happen naturally. But while this is happening, this person's afraid that you may meet somebody new during that time period. Okay? That would be like a fear for this person, but that's something that they need to let go of. I don't know if you have that same fear. Nothing has gone wrong. Trust the process. This connection is divinely timed. Balance. There needs to be a healthy balance of physical, emotional, and spiritual intimacy for a relationship to be sustainable. I mean, this is more so, I think, about this masculine just being a little, they don't want you to meet anyone else, basically. Okay, they don't want you to meet someone else while this is coming together. We got redirect your thoughts. Focus on what you want to attract in this relationship, not on what you fear will happen. Okay, letting go. If someone leaves you feeling confused more than comforted, you need to reassess their access to you. True love, this is the romance of a lifetime. True and lasting love is here for you. Third party situation, other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. Gratitude, you need to be grateful for the love already present in your life to attract more of it. All right, so if there's a third party involved in any way, whether this is different, this could be different masculine energies that are trying to approach you. If that's the case, whether they're, asking you out or showing interest in you, if you want this relationship with this masculine, there's a need to embrace this relationship with them, even if it's just a friendship. Don't neglect what you have with this person because of like stubbornness. So like, oh well, if they're not going to ask me out on a date, then I'm just going to keep my options open and maybe I'll go out on a date with someone else. Like, don't ruin something potentially that could be forever just because the timing isn't what you're hoping for. Be patient. Spend quality time with this person. Focus on the fact that this may come together and may be a very beautiful relationship. Have faith. The angels are working behind the scene to make this relationship flourish. Okay, so stay positive. Stay positive. And don't go out with anyone else right now. If you like this person, then you need to turn other people down. Don't invite a third party situation into this relationship. It'll ruin it. And also what this person's been through in the past. I mean, I don't know that it would I think it would trigger them so badly that it would probably ruin this. We got here and now. We've got time for a nap. And then we've got come to the edge and Treasure Island. There's something significant about the turtle spirit and the penguin spirit right now. You might want to look those spirit animals up. We've got higher power at the bottom of the deck. I've been seeing a lot of penguins and turtles. That's why I'm saying that. All right. We've got disturbance. She's holding a red flag up. Mask. Perseverance. So both of you dealt with this shit in the past. People who had some kind of demonic attachments. All right. Whatever demonic attachments they had on them were almost like stealing their identity. See how there's a blank face there? It's almost like whatever you dealt with in the past and whatever this person dealt with in the past, it was very soulless. This entity here has no, it's hard for me to even look at it. I know it's only cartoons, but there's like, it's vacant. That took over this person. So there's a masculine here and a feminine. So you may have had a masculine in the past who had an entity riding on their back. This person dealt with a feminine who had an entity riding on their back. Okay. And this soulless entity here, like, controlled this human. This is how they controlled it. But there's no soul in there. So there was something very disturbing about the person that you dealt with in the past and the person that this person dealt with in the past. The door to the past is closed as far as you're concerned and as far as this person's concerned. But you're both very aware of what red flags look like because of the shit you dealt with in the past. This is not going to stop either of you from living happily in the future. This is just confirmation to let you know that this person dealt with some fucked up shit too. We got overload. You may be overworking. This person may be overworking. If that's the case, you need to rest. Both of you need to rest. There's some people here who were it's like everything was so vacant, very vacant. Again, you see how these signs, another masculine and feminine, and then they've got these signs up with nothing on them. It's like even the words that came out of their mouth were vacant. Nothing there. There's no substance. Mean individuals, too. These are bullies. This feminine from their past may have been a bully, and this masculine from your past was a bully. Just mean. They both may have embarrassed both of you in public, like there was no holding back when it came to how they teased you or made you feel like a piece of shit. They'll do it in front of anybody. Loud. Very embarrassing. Public embarrassment. That made them feel good. They slept good at night, knowing that they were breaking you down or breaking this person down. These people from your past are now very stressed over the fact that they can see that you and this person have been loving on yourself. You've regained your independence. These are people who wanted to break you down. And they did for, as long as you were attached to them, but now they're stressed. They used to, like I said, they used to sleep very good at night because I don't know, they're just evil. They have an evil attachment anyways. Something else is driving these people. A very dark spirit. We have idea, fright, indulgence, fright. Luck, gain, nightmare, third wheel, live and learn. So both of you dealt with people who invited third parties into relationships. These were very materialistic individuals too. They didn't want to let go of you or this person because of what they could gain financially. And they also didn't like the fact that you were doing better. So if your person from your past has come back around, or if this person's person from their past has come back around, it's because they miss the what they benefited from you financially. So, your past person could be coming back to try to partner with you in business. Their past person could also be trying to do something similar. I don't know. But neither of you are into entertaining that. Like I said, that door to the past is closed on both ends. Non-committal, legal matters, third-party interference. Bottom of the deck, cheating, broken trust. Again, confirmation. Both of you had people in your past that were cheaters. We've got Page of Swords. They're watching you now. They're watching this relationship. Yep. They're watching this union. You've got karmics from your past that are spying on a divine union coming together. They didn't like that shit. That's why they were trying to come back around. We got the Magician, Queen of Wands, Five of Wands, Six of Swords. So you've got you did the same thing here as this person, as far as recognizing your self-worth, standing up for yourself, walking away from situations from the past. You both did this, and this is a victory. We got the Chariot in the reverse to clarify third party, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Wands. So whatever third party situation that they had didn't work out for them. So your person's ex that cheated on them, whatever happened there fell apart or wasn't what they expected. They could pretend to be happy if they're still like with this person. Same thing with your ex from your past. Okay. It's like whatever they cheated on you with, whatever the breach of trust was, and these are people that were happy with you. Like, it's just that they've got entities on their back. They're not to be trusted. These are people who are being driven by an entity. They thought like whatever entity is on them made them believe that stepping away from or cheating on a 10 of cups situation would bring them happiness. And they found out that no, the fuck it didn't. They're upset of this change. It's brought a tower to your past person and this person's past person. Mostly because, yeah, new love. Mostly because when you guys shut the door to your past, you met each other and there was no going back. You've both defended your decision to move forward to new love. Both of you did this. And then you've got these people from your past with entities attached to them that are mad at you for that. Oh, well, they need to go take care of the entity that's on their back. Is what they need to do. We got Ancient Divine Blood, Light Worker. What the shit? Lumerian Blood. And then we've got Third Eye Awakening. All right. So some of you could have Lumerian Blood. Lumerian star seeds here. We got generational curse breaker. So with you guys leaving these situations behind on both ends, there was something to do with a generational curse that was broken between, whatever the situation is. So say your person was married and their person stepped out and cheated on them, and they made the decision to get a divorce. Their mom or their grandmother or both, or their dad and their grandfather, whatever the case is, somewhere in their generational line, a spouse cheated on them and they rekindled the relationship. They stayed in that marriage despite the fact that their person stepped out on them. Okay, so that could be the generational curse that was broken on their end. Your generational curse could be something similar to that, but different. Okay, so again, to have to do with long-term relationships or marriage, cheating, broken trust, third parties, that kind of thing. Breaking off that generational curse it's hard to do, and both of you did it. We got the butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. Shit. We got healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and life, self-love, self-care, being happier. So where there was a lack of love in generations past in your families, you guys chose love, and you chose love by choosing yourself first. 4141 was just on the clock. Wedding rings in the reverse. Some of you had to leave a marriage. You had to leave a marriage in order to break a generational curse. Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. You said, this is not the marriage or the long-term relationship for me, and I'm going to manifest exactly what it is that I deserve. Separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future, soulmates in the reverse. Okay. So you've got, people from your past that screwed you over. They do have entity attachments on them that are missing you. Of course they would. Who wouldn't miss an empress or an emperor? Duh. and they screwed up, but that's not your, you walking away from it broke a curse. These people have entity attachments on them. Coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. This is coming out to clarify third eye is awakening. Okay. Yeah. So both of you are very well aware of you can relate to each other. Yeah, deja vu. You guys can relate to each other's stories, situations, very much so. Whatever you've dealt with, this person has dealt with something just tweaked just a little bit differently. We've got Aquarius, originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. We've got Virgo, integrity, reverence, and service. And then we have House 10, structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. And then we've got Leo at the bottom of the deck, self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. So you or this person could be an Aquarius, Virgo, or Leo. There's something here about the two of you. Your life purpose has to do with health. Something to do with health. Heart health could be significant. This could be medically, or this could be spiritually. Spiritual heart health, I'm getting. Okay, so in other words, you are betrayed by someone you believe was your forever person, and it shatters you, breaks you apart. What do I do in this situation? Okay, this could be part of your life mission in some way. Inspiring others who are afraid to break generational curses to break generational curses. Do something different. We got reconcile, join forces, and reconcile. Intuition here. Creativity, logic, memories. Yeah, this is there's some kind of creative project that you and this person are going to work on together. And it's going to reach a lot of people. You're going to teach people how to heal their inner child, how to become one within themselves again, how to find the missing pieces to where they're broken. You know, so when someone gets betrayed or whatever the situation is, they lose somebody or whatever, it's like it's helping people become whole within themselves. Got breaking patterns. Yeah, so this has to do with, like I said, spiritual heart health. You're going to be teaching, we got lead in the reverse and breaking patterns. So you've got taking leadership of one's own life and health. Whatever it is that you guys are going to do, and this may have something to do with teaching people how to set boundaries. Okay. This could be with relationships with other people, your relationship with yourself, at work. I got the hiccups. But you guys are going to, there's going to be something creative that you work on together to help people take ownership of their own life, to heal their own hearts, to set healthy boundaries in their life. Movement. Step back. Heart chakra. It actually kind of came out in the reverse, and then we've got higher self and intention. Planning. All right. So you guys have like this broad understanding of how to heal your heart. Very wise, two very, very wise people. It's through structure and discipline and through chasing your own personal dreams. You're going to teach people how to do this. This is your life mission. You have positive. It could be through, you know, whatever it is, however it is that you healed your heart or this person healed their heart. It's like when you two come together and you have discussions about what it is or how you got to the place that you got to wholeness within self. You're going to create almost like a what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like a I don't know. What is the damn, like a shit. I know the words right there. Like it's, well, I'll just say program. Almost like a program for people. Okay? So someone feels broken within And in whatever line of work you work in, okay, that could be different for everybody here. You could be two people that work in a church, okay, so you see a lot of people who come in very broken, um, and you're able to reach the people within that church, okay, and then they'll reach other people. You could be, I don't know, you could work in a government office. Both of you could work for the city that you live in, doing, I don't know, like work in the tag office, right? So you have a ton of people that come through the tag office at all times, and they're renewing their tags, and then you've got people who come in and they open up to you in some way about how they just went through a divorce and they've got to change their name or something like that, or change get the name of their spouse off of their title or something like that, and then that opens up kind of a door for you and this person if you're working together. I mean, I'm just coming up with a real silly idea here, um, just to show that, like, it doesn't have to be a church environment necessarily where you're expecting broken people to come to. It could be a tag office, like I said, and these people come in, but you and this person work together in this office, and you are able to reach people who are broken. The person coming into the freaking tag office is broken. They may not go to church. That may not be where they go. They may not want anything to do with church, but they got to go to the fucking tag office to take care of their shit. And there you are and your person, and the two of you are reaching people that way. All right. The point is, it doesn't matter what line of work you're in, you're going to be reaching many, many people. And it doesn't have to do with like divorce or breakups. You guys may have other hobbies that you do. You work at the tag office for your 9 to 5, but you're also, you guys do like some kind of, you are in a hiking group, okay? You work at the tag office 9 to 5, and then you guys are part of this like hiking group that's part of the community, and you invite people to that. Okay, you can see that someone's kind of just down and out. Maybe it has nothing to do with a divorce or anything like that, but they come in hungover. All right, they're hungover, they're feeling like crap, they got to get their tags renewed. They kind of open up to you about how, I'm just not feeling good, I had a little too much to drink last night, whatever. And you're able to go, hey, why don't you join us in this hiking group that we have, when you're feeling a little bit better, whatever. We got this going on this Saturday. And then you bring this person in who has addiction issues, and you're able to uh, expose them to something healthy for themselves. They're not going to want to hike when they're hungover, right? But they enjoy the environment. They enjoy being around you guys. It's exposing them to something new, something different, something that's going to elevate their frequency. This is like, you guys are going to be dedicated in some way, shape, or form to doing this. We've got generosity. Yes. This is about using the pain that you've gone through and your person has gone through to be generous and helpful to others. Courage and prosperity. Bottom of the deck here is understanding. That's where this roots from. You and your person understand pain. You understand what it's like to feel depressed. Maybe for you guys, it was through being fucking cheated on, but through someone else, it's not about that. They had someone they love pass away, and they picked up the bottle and they can't fucking put it down. But you get the pain through what you went through. You understand their pain. I know what it feels like to hurt. I know what it feels like to not know what to turn to or how to make myself feel better, but I did it. I did the work, and I'm now standing on my own 2 feet, able to help others. Love. Yes, you guys are going to be spreading love, generously spreading love, helping. See how he's got like this, he's like this beautiful elephant here, and he's handing a coin to this little mouse. This little mouse is like, man, I be feeling like shit. I'm going through some shit. And you're going to generously hand this person a token of love in some way. Show them what love feels like, because you know what it feels like to not feel loved. At peace. You and this person, you know that in order to get where you are now and to stand in your strength and courage, it took setting boundaries. It took standing up for yourself, because there's people who took advantage of you and wanted to continue to take advantage of you. So you had to stand very firm in order to protect your peace. So that's another portion of this as well. Teaching people how to do that. Oh, well, you know, I've got this drinking problem, but my best friend is someone that goes out and just, so what? You set boundaries with your best friend. Tell your best friend you can't go out with them. Tell your best friend that, you know, you're making changes in your life. We got acceptance and courage. Teaching people that there's more prosperity and abundance in making these changes. Worry. I see empowerment sticking out here, resentments, and hope. You guys are going to teach people how to stand in their own power and to make a difference. And both of you are channels. Both of you are going to be receiving divine support in your mission. We've got abundance. Lucky times are ahead of you, along with good news, success, and prosperity. We got plain. A journey is indicated either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full. Some of you could be traveling while, like, part of your life purpose could be traveling as well. Eagle. You will soar toward your destiny with greater clarity and strength. You may get some kind of download during a trip. Okay. There's something here about a spiritual retreat. Someone could be going on a spiritual retreat and meeting up with members of your soul tribe. We got the Fool and Page of Cups. Okay, there's something here about creative ideas. Chasing creative ideas. Something about a spiritual retreat for somebody. We got the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, 9-9. I'm going to grab my book out here. The Spiritual Numbers book. What did I do with it? Is this it? I want to read what 9-9 is. Don't drop, pen. I need you for later. That's not the right book. Hold on. You know what? I'll go back to it, but let me at least grab it so I have it. I'm taking my kids later to a this is totally off subject and you might not care, but I'm taking my kids later to a Easter egg hunt and like a little Easter event. So I'm excited about that. All right, so 9-9, I got to try to remember to look that up. What is this 9 of Swords here? The Sun. Nine of Cups, Two of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Mm. Some of you are going to be getting like a really, a lot of downloads, a lot of messages from the divine, like an influx of them during a trip or a spiritual retreat. Okay, this is like very specific here. We've got Temperance. There's something about traveling. You could be a Sagittarius, you don't have to be. There's something about travel and a spiritual retreat and receiving many downloads here. I have no idea what this is about, but that's significant to somebody's journey here. All right. Let's keep going. All right. We're already to the closing messages. Oh, it's been over an hour. Like I'm just taking my sweet time. Like, oh, we're already there. Yeah, we're already there. It's been over an hour. Oh, goodness. All right. We got, no matter how hard you try to convince yourself otherwise, you are never alone. Take your power back by claiming full responsibility for your life. When unsure how to proceed, simply take each step as it is revealed. Leave open the door for the highest potential outcome. Okay. We got lead the way, light your own path. Again, with these horns, I mean, we're in Aries season, right? Yeah, we're smack in the middle of Aries season, but there's something about taking the lead here. Energy signature, the past is in the present. Sacred divinity, there are two paths ahead. Hidden realms, create conscious awareness. Eternal union, new love is forming. Mindful wisdom, create inner harmony. Yeah, there's something about, you know how earlier, and I've said this twice now, I said it at the beginning of this reading and during the last reading, something about this healing and releasing of the past and this union happening together. I was not getting the feeling that you have to release the past completely before this union comes together. There's a merging here. And that's kind of what I was getting off of those cards there, where it's like, don't feel like, although you've closed the door to the past, you've made the decision to move forward, you're taking leadership of your life. Part of the shit that you went through in your past is also part of your life purpose. So as you're releasing and healing that and coming into union with yourself and eventually with another person, it's okay that all of this is happening at the same time. That's fine. Reflection. If you are facing a difficult situation, do not rush into making a decision. You are advised to turn the problem around in all possible manners before deciding on a solution. Your circumstances need to be examined carefully. There's something here about two paths too, though. Transition, Crow. Which part of your life is or may be going through a transition? Maybe you are changing relationships, careers, or cities. Whatever it is, the Crow is signaling that you are ready to make the change. Okay? So for some of you, this is about this relationship that you're moving into. If your past person's trying to come back or wanting to come back, that decision's been made. Change in direction. The changes you're experiencing are divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and our guidance. You are protected now and in the future, so follow your path to the happy outcomes you desire. Yes. Some of you have an option to go back to your past. And you can, all right? But some of you have already made the decision that you're not going back. You're moving forward. Secret admirer, someone has deeper feelings for you than you are letting on. That they are letting on. I said you are letting on. So this might go both ways here. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. You two heal each other. And you inspire each other to heal individually. All right, let's get a closing message. We've got the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. All right, we're going to read about this, and then I will read about the number 992. Let me pull that over here so I don't forget. All right, the blue flame. All right. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate, and awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. Starseed activation. Place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following: I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. Okay? So, again, just confirmation this is a process. It's a process. Even as we're moving into new cycles, it's like some of that's going to come along, and there's going to be lessons that are learned, and you're going to heal, and you're going to release, and you're going to continue to awaken. It's good stuff. All right, let's get 99. 99. What do we need to know about 99? Here it is. A major message for you. Don't delay. The time for your life mission has come. If you notice 99 showing up as a pattern in your life, see this as a wake-up call from your angels. It's an alarm bell letting you know that your chance to fulfill your soul's mission has come. The energies of 99 are deeply action-oriented, pushing you to follow the plan the universe has for you courageously. You should not delay. Change is coming, but don't be afraid. You are a light worker, someone who has received the vital job of serving humanity and making the world a better place. 99 appears during serious decision-making times. When it appears, it is time to take action and pursue ways to do good. As you pursue proactive energies, you take ownership of and become empowered through your life's mission. Since 99 has extra hidden 9 powers, 9 plus 9 equals 18, 1 plus 8 equals 9, it is a number of completion and ascension, challenging you to trust your spiritual intuition and higher powers for guidance. As you release attitudes and things you don't need, you will be better able to practice self-love, develop self-control, and fully commit to your life purpose. What your future holds, serious decision-making time. What you can do, get in touch with the spiritual, meditate, pray, read scriptures, and practice yoga. Excuse me. Serve others through volunteer work or charitable giving. Minimize your belongings. Speak and write spiritual positivity into your life with meaningful, intentional sentences. All right. So this was all about a divine union that is coming together and a shared life purpose. This is what the twin flame journey is all about. Okay. So for some of you, this is what I'm channeling here. This is a twin flame union. It's talking about where you're at. the fact that this is going to come together, the fact that you have a shared life mission together, and explained a lot of what that is. How that's going to look is going to be different for everybody. Okay. But this confirmation here at the end is, it's time. It's time. All right. So, anyways, I love this message. I hope you did too. If you did, please press the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you during the next reading. Take care.